What's up, dudes? Look at my hair. I woke up with this crazy, whacked out curly hair. Super early in the morning. I fell asleep super early last night. I've been sleeping like crazy. You may notice if you change vibrations, you may start hibernating. Okay, I think this is gonna work for now. What's up, dudes? Who's this message for? We got the big stack of signs. Who's this message for? Scorpio. Scorpio, this is for you. All right, what's the message for Scorpio? I hear calcified. I hear cork-green. I hear cantaloupe. Catchphrase. What's the message for Scorpio from Uncover Your Calling? We have healing wounds with social and seeing the big picture with artistic. So, okay. Somebody may have talked about a personal issue. And you may have wondered why all these people who care about issues don't care. So it's like a social thing. So if you talk about a social problem, like a problem within the social world, like in the grand scheme of things about the collective, people will jump to action. So think about different social organizations, things that people get behind, protest for, help for, give donations for, as long as it's kind of a vague, big social thing. If you say a personal thing, if you say, hi, I'm this individual person with this personal problem, some of those people could straight up ignore you. And it might be really confusing. You might feel like people are just a bunch of posers. You might have seen people say on video, I help people. And then you go and say, hey, I need help, or something like that, and they don't help you. Why is that? Because social, I don't know how else to say it, social problems are safer. They don't hit home so much. They're still kind of vague. Personal problems is right in front of your face. This is my card for the Divine Feminine. So people will say, oh, it's appropriate to talk about vague social issue, but it's inappropriate for you to be talking about your personal issue, where it's not inappropriate at all. In the grand scheme of things, we should all be our brothers and sisters and people's keepers. But it makes people uncomfortable if you aren't who they project onto. Like, no, you need to be this way. No, it makes me uncomfortable if you aren't who I want you to be. It makes me feel uncomfortable if whoever is bullying you isn't who I project for them to be. So I'm just going to ignore the whole thing. Yeah. Equal rights for all. All right. There's my card of a spirit guide from above watching. So just know it's not you. This is the person who's embarrassed that they were really selfish. They acted like a hungry hippo, like the game. All mine, gimme, all mine. Yeah, there might have been an innocent little Selkie that asked for help. And instead, they might have stole the Selkie's blessings, thinking that they were getting ahead. Now they're hungry and full-on embarrassed. They realize they didn't do jack shit for the one who needed help. Okay, another card fell down. You're a gnarly puzzle, but I will figure you out. I just heard hypocrisy. All right. Minnesota nice. Where I come from, there's a concept called Minnesota nice. And it's an actual thing. I was born and raised in Minnesota. I moved for a little while, traveled just for a little while, but ended up coming back to Minnesota. And it truly is a thing. I noticed in the 90s, when I was, and this isn't a diss on Seattle, I love the Pacific Northwest. But I noticed when I was in the 90s when I went to Seattle, and I was walking in a park, and here in the Midwest, especially in Minnesota, when you're walking down the park path, and another person is walking in this way, then we got two walkers. As soon as it gets to an appropriate closeness, here in Minnesota, we purposely make eye contact with that person and we smile. We say hello, a nice little friendly acknowledgement of that person. When I was in Seattle, I had noticed when it got to that point, all the people there would put their head down so they didn't have to acknowledge you. And then you walk by each other silently. And then they lift their head up again. So Minnesota nice is a pretty sacred concept. We got a lot of people who make a nice living off the concept of Minnesota nice. A lot of people who say, no, I help people. But they don't. And Spirit says, Minnesota nice is a sacred concept. Do you even live in Minnesota? A lot of people got tested by the epitome of Minnesota nice. And they ignored it. While fleecing the fuck out of the concept of, we're Minnesota nice. We got people, who don't even live here representing Minnesota nice. People who haven't lived here for fucking ever ignoring the epitome of Minnesota nice. So Spirit sent in a galactic agent to say, hey, are you who you say you are? We got people who say, and Minnesota nice could be a metaphor. We saw people saw Minnesota nice get beat up, didn't do anything. Just keep ignoring. So Spirit is separating the wheat and the chaff. The takers, the posers, the liars, the people who say, oh, What's Minnesota nice manifesting? I'm just going to steal it and give it to my whole bag. This is somebody's thinking about this. All right. This innocent little Selkie, the epitome of Minnesota nice, got this one, realizing how selfish they were. Okay. What does the tarot have to say? Message for Scorpio? Okay, first message, Ace of Wands. Somebody may be coming back around and saying, I want to do a brand new thing with you. Okay. Jackpot. 10 of coins. This is the happiest card in the tarot deck. Well, the sun is, a Leo might mean something. The sun is the happiest card. This is fulfillment. The 10 of coins is the jackpot. The Celtic knot might mean something. I'm looking at that. All of a sudden I see these diamonds. Here we got a real diamond in the rough here. Authentic. So, if somebody is, once again, let's talk about, if somebody is giving terrible comments, trolly type stuff, all of that, here's what you have to remember. If you are shining bright, jealous demons will get activated in other people, and they will try to take a shit on your shine. The people might not even know that they're doing it. They might not really even realize how fucking rude they are. They're just so entrenched, I hear, in the rat race of 3D of me first. Give me, gimme, gimme. It's all mine. Whatever I get, it's mine. So if they see something that triggers jealousy, something like that, they might take a shit on your shine. They might write a nasty comment. They might get triggered and project and act out on you. You just have to remember it has nothing to do with you. They can't comprehend the intelligence. So when that happens, rather than let that insidious comment slither around you and around your armor looking for a little chink so it can come in and make you feel horrible, you can say to yourself, that is a Neanderthal malfunctioning right now. Yeah. Why am I going to let that gorilla who's shitting in its own hand and flinging it bother me? You know, I'm just going to dodge the poop and say, yeah, that gorilla is malfunctioning. Never let the negative comments that somebody makes bother you, because that's what they're trying to do. So what I do, if somebody leaves a bullshit comment, sometimes I respond back. I say whatever I have to say back to it. And then I leave it up for 24 hours. That's enough time. If somebody has lobbed a piece of shit your way, they're definitely checking back ASAP to see if you responded. So if I feel the need to respond, I will leave that response up for 24 hours. And then I get out my doinking ray gun. It's like this ray gun that looks like my finger. And I actually point it at the piece of shit they lobbed my way. And I pull the trigger and it vaporizes that piece of shit that somebody put on my front lawn, my social media account, my thing. And when I do it, I say doink, and all of a sudden it's gone. Yeah, it's called the delete button. The more I leave that person's nastiness on my front lawn, the more it gets energy. The more it starts mind fucking me. I start getting in arguments in my head with this person. So you cut the head off that snake right away. Yeah, you troll who just took out your foil, I hear. You're foiled again. On guard. My ego just jizzed all over you. Are you going to waste a bunch of energy and time worrying about it? Yeah, no, doink. Be gone, devil. Don't be afraid to doink. And that means delete that person. If you're sick of them, block them. Nobody has the right to come and take a shit on your front yard with no repercussions. And that person taking a shit is trying to manipulate other people and bring them into it. Like, so say an artist did a song. And the person says, like 3 people do a comment. Beautiful song, cool song, wonderful song. And then some jealous person, this song sucks. It's way too long. I hate the part at whatever. Now the next person coming in is reading the comments says, oh, does this song really suck? Well, what part do they really hate? Yeah, that is kind of a weird part. That is a charlatan who has planted a seed of doubt in everybody else now. That is a charlatan who is trying to mindfuck all the next people to take a shit on the vibe. So the reason to delete that, if you feel like guilty, like everybody needs to have a voice, and if they don't like it, they can say they don't like it. Yeah, no, there's somebody coming in the birthday party and taking a big shit on the cake. Yeah, you're not invited. Delete. You're not going to plant seeds of doubt within everybody else because you're triggered. So I guess what Spirit is saying is it's okay to delete a mean person. All right? It's not okay to delete Minnesota Nice just so you can steal their blessings. All right, message for Scorpio. This just landed right on my keyboard like that. I see control. I hear Janet Jackson. I'm in control. Helping overcome obstacles, social. Somebody's feeling really guilty. They don't like what they did. Spirit may have had them see the truth of the matter. Yeah, they flexed on the wrong fucking person. All right. What's the final message? Final message for Scorpio. Okay. Oh, so how are these like? Somebody's going to say something. Their throat chakra had to be open. And then the next message, I'm going to take the top card because this landed on here. Somebody got left out in the cold on purpose. Somebody's broke. Somebody stole from somebody. Yeah, the blessings are for the rightful receivers. All right. And this is my card for the masculine. The masculine's thinking about the past. Okay. There might be a musician, a famous person, someone who has a lot of fans. They're getting a lucky person in their life. It might be an assistant, something like that. An Irish person might mean something. This person might have made a wish, and here it is. Somebody might get a perfect bandmate, a perfect employee, a perfect someone who knows how to deal with a lot of fans, employees, people that want this person's attention. Somebody may have realized they treated somebody like a fucking groupie, and it's an Empress. All right. And last final message. What's the last final message? Pop in your own. Last final message for Scorpio. Last final message. Eagle, freedom. Somebody might have got divorced. Somebody might get married to the person they're about to meet, about to get with. Somebody may ask someone to go to a wedding with them. All right. There's your message, Scorpio. Peace out. Love ya.